The one and only encounter I've ever had with a car on the road is when I was struck from behind. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to scariest time to ride a motorcycle. In the dark, in the rain, in heavy traffic, surrounded by idiots. There's several problems with driving in the rain and dark and traffic. The most concerning, of course, is being struck from behind by a car that brakes too late and skids. Which, of course, I am forced to be endanger myself, and because lane splitting is not allowed. Which brings me to the number one most dangerous thing about driving in traffic in the rain: not being allowed to filter up to the front. It is dangerous, much more dangerous for me to have to risk getting hit from behind than it is for me to filter between the lanes. As I have a small vehicle and I could easily fit down between those lanes, easily, safely. But instead, I've got to sit here in this lane and constantly watch my mirrors and brace for impact. Because I've ridden many miles. I won't want to give you the exact number because that'll really show my age. But on all forms of motorcycles. And the one and only encounter I've ever had with a car on the road is when I was struck from behind. Totaled my little Shadow 750. Had the law allowed, I would have filtered up at that light to the front and had cars protecting me so that I could not possibly be struck from behind. They did a comparison study with California and Texas and Florida. They chose those three states because in California, lane filtering, lane splitting, whatever term you'd like to use, is legal and permitted and encouraged. Because, well, the benefits are not just to the motorcyclist, the benefits are to the rest of the traffic. It reduces congestion, it reduces pollution. There are so many things that it does better when lane splitting is allowed, which it is in all of Europe just about, and all of Asia just about. But they did a study to compare this, and they chose those three states: California because it's legal, Texas and Florida because it's not, but also because they have very similar riding populations, very similar riding seasons, pretty much year-round. And the motorcycle fatalities are 30% lower in California. Because the number one reason motorcyclists die is being hit from behind. And so think about that next time a motorcyclist passes you between the lanes and you get all upset because they're getting in front of you, or so you believe, and you don't think it's fair. Remember the benefits. Less traffic congestion overall, which means you get home sooner, as well as the motorcyclist. Less pollution overall. Less fatalities for motorcycle riders. And that's it. I'd even be willing to compromise. And let me throw some definitions at you. And these are not probably the most hard and fast. The terms are kind of interchangeable. But from what I kind of understand is lane splitting is the act of moving down the center line between moving cars. Filtering is when cars are stopped, like at a red light, and you filter up through. I would be willing to make the compromise that when cars are moving, maybe not let us filter at first. Let's see how it goes when you allow us to filter like the rest of the civilized world. Only when traffic is stopped. Once you see the benefits of that, then we'll open it up to sensible lane splitting, which while it's moving, but where it wouldn't be, I would be going 60 miles an hour zooming between cars. That'd be ridiculous. A 5 mile an hour differential in speed in moving traffic. Let's take advantage of the different kinds of transportation that people use in order to lower congestion and pollution for everybody. Because the one and only argument I've ever heard against lane filtering is it's not fair. They should have to wait just like everybody else. And I just think that's an insanely bogus argument. There is nothing stopping that person from getting a motorcycle and riding one on their own. And then they should be able to filter too. Alright, well, I should finish playing in traffic. There's my rant about lane filtering, lane splitting, and riding in the dark in the rain. You guys have a good one. See you next time.